continue our lessons. On the previous lesson, we talked about introduction of meeting, type of meeting, and type of committee. We continue with this topic, which is the role of each meeting member. Okay, next slide will show you the content of this lesson. All right, I'm going to review and discuss the previous online task on the not week two, but I think week one. I give in online forum or maybe in the slide or during live session. It's about differences between AGM and EGM. I think it's a very important for you to know because this question might be come out in the test. All right. Okay. Basically, they are different from time. AGM will be done annually, mean every year, right, or once a year. But for EGM, it can be held anytime. All right, the function of an AGM to elect a new committee to receive report to discuss on the valid proposal by uh, proposal by members and so on. But the function of EGM is actually to discuss on urgent matters, all right, that we cannot wait until the AGM. For example, when the members lost confidence to the president or committee, some committee is some we know that committee members actually abuse the power and so on, right? The members don't have any trust on the leadership of the organization, right? And then who qualified to call for the meeting for AGM, which is the secretary, and also chairman or the president can call for AGM. But for EGM, basically the members or the committee members are qualified to call members, and one more is adjudicator, mean the court or authorized body, for example ROS, can call for EGM. All right, we start with the role of chairman. Okay, chairman, or you might say the president or what. So what chairman is actually the leader, the person who chair the meeting, who lead the meeting. We call it chairman. In some situation, we call it chairperson. All right, or chairwoman. All right, the rules of chairman. We want to ensure that his own appointment and that of other officers are in accordance with the rules. Mean all the appointment of the members, or the committee members are legal. All right, the second one is you have to the chairman have to make certain that the meeting fulfill the requisite of valid meeting. All right, usually chairman will instruct the secretary to prepare the agenda and maintain order and ensuring that the meeting is conducted correctly. Mean as a chairman, you have to make sure that the members of a meeting follow the agenda given before the meeting. Mean you cannot discuss something out of topic during the meeting. All right, so this is actually the big responsibility. If you are a chairman in the meeting, you are the leader and you have to make sure that the members follow the rules that we put in the constitution of the organization. So everything must be legally done by the members and everybody who attend the meeting. From the previous slide, this is actually another responsibility of the chairman, where they have to ascertain the sense of meeting when discussion is in the progress. All right, you must create the environment where it is meeting. It's not you just have a chit chatting or just talk something leisure, but it must as a leader, as a chairman, you must create the sense of meeting by preventing irrelevant discussion, and you must allow adequate chance. Mean you must give equal chance to every members to speak up during the meeting. All right, for any issues, whether they agree or disagree, you must give as a chairman a chance for them to speak, and you must allow relevant amendment to be made. All right, sometimes there are certain errors, maybe typing errors in the documentation, so the amendment must be made and must be actually talked to the amendment must be told to every members of the meeting. All right, communicate decision to other people who will be affected by the mean. Every decision made by the chairman must clearly explain, all right, during the meeting so that everybody know, okay, whether it is accepted or not accepted by the majority of the meeting. All right, apart from a chairman, we also have some organization have a chairman, which is duties of vice chairman is similar to chairman, where they assist and replace chairman when sometime chairman are not available to attend a meeting. So basically, the job or the responsibility of a vice chairman is similar, right, to chairman, because it's actually assist the chairman. The special power that the chairman have, all right, sorry, the chairman has. All right, first, he or she can maintain order and have a disorderly person removed from the meeting. The meeting means if they are meeting members who cannot be controlled, all right, the chairman have the power to eject or to remove, all right, by say, okay, please, you are required to leave this meeting, okay, because you bring the chaos in the meeting, for example, maybe uh, with full of emotion, all right, he maybe bring the anger to everybody. So the best thing is to remove this person out of the meeting. All right, adjourn the meeting if it is impossible to maintain order. Mean even though they are a certain agenda you have to follow, right, but because of the discussion maybe quite long, all right, and you cannot finish it on that day, basically a chairman can adjourn, postpone the meeting to maybe another day. All right, and chairman last can use a casting vote when the meeting is deadlocked. I mean, for example, you have 10 members, 5 agree and 5 disagree. So 5-5 is actually draw or deadlock, we call it. Chairman can use his power to decide whether he agree or not to the issue raised on the meeting. So this is actually the special power of a chairman. The special power that belong to a chairman. A chairman must do this also as to promote a lot of things. Yeah, a chairman approach of the meeting where you have to welcome members, particularly a new one. Actually, you must welcome and introduce the new members of the meeting. All right. At the beginning of the meeting, chairman must state the purpose or the objective of the meeting. Apart from that, you must promote discussion. All right, sum up in each stage. You must conclude. Sum up means conclude every decision that made by the majority of the members, and then make sure as a chairman you can manage the time well. All right, don't drag the time of the meeting. All right, and you can handle the argument between members wisely, where you are given the time for them to whether agree or disagree. If and the tension or argument, you must handle it wisely. All right, maybe you can give a time for them to actually discuss this thing smoothly, and so on. Next important person in organization is actually secretary, because they have a lot of work to do, before the meeting start and during the meeting start and after the meeting end. All right, so this is actually their responsibility before the meeting start. All right, first to send out a notice to all members entitled to attend meeting. Second, to prepare the agenda with the chairman and sending it to all members. And third is to distribute copies of the minutes of the previous meeting for the members to study right before they attend for the meeting. Right, and then uh, she or he must obtain all necessary documentation or statement from the members who are not able to attend meeting. For example, maybe MC, all right, or any letter that state why they cannot attend the meeting on that day. All right, dealing with all correspondent mean the letter, all right, maybe the letter from other organization or invitation letter and so on, all right, must to make sure that all the following are ready for the meeting: the instrument, the writing instrument, the stationery, all right, copies of agenda, related documents such as report figures and so on, and also attendance list that she can give during the meeting to all the members, right? During the meeting, the secretary also have a lot of work to do because he or she has to make a record of the meeting, write a detail of the discussion, and the secretary must take note on all proposal, who are the proposer and seconders, and so on. All right. She or he must read the apologies of absent. All right. I mean, he must announce who maybe Mr. X, Mr. Abu is absent today because he's not feeling well, for example. All right. So this is actually the job of secretary, and he must read the previous minute of meeting. Usually, maybe chairman can help secretary to read this previous minute of meeting. Okay, because sometimes secretary have a lot of work to do. All right, the secretary must file all the paper or keep all the file papers such as notice, agendas, minute for further reference, and the secretary must prepare a draft of 4 minute for attention of the chairman, because the chairman will check and then verify it as a true record before reproducing them for the next meeting. But then the secretary is the one who prepare the minutes, all the of the journey of the meeting, and then checked by and verified by the chairman. Apart from a treasurer, we also, apart from a secretary, we also have treasurer, who become like a finance, who take care of a finance aspect in the organization. Okay, because the treasurer keep a complete written record of all money received and spent by the society or by the organization. Right, issues receipt for money he received on the behalf of society organization. All right, the treasurer must also prepare the statement of annual account that we use actually during AGM. So this is actually the person who report for that. And then the treasurer must able to answer all the question, right, that may be asked by the members related to the finance, all right, and get the account checked and scrutinized by the auditors at a fixed interval, even though he is the one who handle this thing. But sometime the treasurer must send to the auditors, internal auditors, or maybe to the outside of the organization to check whether the account is okay or not. For other committee members, all right, ordinary committee members, what you can do is you must actively participate the discussion in meeting. Don't become passive because you may not contribute anything to the organization. All right, you must make a positive contribution by helping at least to the process of decision making by actually voting and give your opinion on the issues discussed on the meeting. All right, be responsible on things that you take care of. For example, if you take care, you become the project manager of something, you must actually responsible and report anything related to the project. All right, and then you must give respect to the chairman and the members by not create the you can create the argument, but you must do it wisely and harmoniously. All right, accept the majority if their opinion refused or rejected. Sometimes what we want the issues given issue discussed, maybe our suggestion is rejected or refused by the majority. So as a members, you must accept it, accept wholeheartedly for the decision, because decision is not made by the chairman. Okay, we have like a majority system and so on, the voting and so on. So it's actually uh, normal, and you have to accept it. Okay, don't create the chaos after that. I mean, after the meeting, you said to other people, okay, this is not my decision, this is other people's decision, so don't blame me. Say, as a meeting members, the decision must be based on the majority, and you must accept it, even though your opinion is actually refused or rejected during that meeting.